You're watching Cars.tv.
Welcome to MECUM Monterey. Dave Magers, M-A-G-E-R-S, and I'm the CEO of MECUM Auctions here at MECUM Monterey. Surprisingly, it doesn't take as long as you would think. Our guys are pretty good at doing this. We do this 14 times a year. This one's a little bit different. We're typically at a fairgrounds or we're in a convention center. Being on the golf course makes things a little more complicated. We showed up here last Thursday, and the last car came in last night at about 7:30. We were ready to go this morning, kicked off the auction, opened the doors at 8 o'clock this morning, and the first car started across the block at 10. At most MECUM auctions, somewhere between 80 and 85% of the people that come through the gate are not here to buy a car, they're not here to sell a car, they're here to see a great car show. And of course, Monterey is probably one of the best places to see cars you're not going to see anyplace else. It's kind of an eclectic mix, and that's typical for Monterey. So for me, it starts with LaFerrari prototypes. You know, what a great collection, something you're not going to see anywhere. To be able to look at three cars, not only to see prototypes of the LaFerrari, but they represent the three iterations of the build of LaFerrari from 2011 until its ultimate availability for sale in 2014. And we're very anxious to see what kind of attention those are going to get. But we're not just about the exotics, the late model exotics, the Ferraris, the McLarens, the Lamborghinis. We also have a great collection of pre-war cars that I'm pretty excited about this year. There are two Duesenbergs that are here. One of them is a long wheelbase Ralston J model. Probably the most beautiful Duesenberg I've ever seen, and it has to be the biggest Duesenberg I've ever seen. And then a very special collection of four Marmon 16s from the early 1930s. Their fame, notoriety comes from the Marmon Wasp, the first car to win the Indianapolis 500. Throughout their history, up until I think they went out of business in 1933, they were known for building high horsepower cars, and we have four of the 16-cylinder Marmons here that we're offering as well. So you have the pre-war, and you have late model exotics, and then of course there's 450 cars in between those two that represent just about anything you can think of. MECUM Auctions, we grew up around American muscle cars of the late 50s, the 60s, the 70s, Corvettes, Mustangs, the icons of American muscle. But we're not just about American muscle. We always like to say that we're the collector car auction company for everybody. So it doesn't matter what make, what model, what color, how big your pocketbook is, there's probably something for you at a MECUM auction, and that's no different than here at Monterey. Yes, there are $5 million cars here at MECUM Monterey, but there are also $10,000 cars here at MECUM Monterey. So it's not just for that exclusive set that's looking for the very high-end car.
My name is Steve Matchett. I'm an author. I think these guys at MECUM like to use me for my Ferrari expertise, so I'm a Formula One world champion mechanic. You can call me whatever you like. All around us, folks are enjoying the cars, looking at the cars. Where we sit right now, we've got millions of dollars worth of cars behind us here in the pavilion. One easy example of that is the three prototype LaFerrari cars that somehow have been released from Maranello to go across the auction block. But you can go around, you can look at them, you can enjoy them. No one's going to stop you doing that. It's a cool family atmosphere. I like that. I think Ferrari have become infinitely more aware of reliability, and one of the biggest reasons they have gained reliability is a better understanding of the metals they're using, the fact that they can X-ray billets of material before you start to machine them, so you know the quality of the piece before you start work. And this was a great failing in Formula One, and certainly in road car industry. But in my time in racing not that long ago, was one of the main reasons for components failing on a race car is there would be a void or a failing of some description in the billet of material that you didn't know was there. So you would machine an upright, for example, not knowing that there is a potential failure in it before it takes to the track. Now everybody has a much better understanding of the materials they're using before they start to machine.
55 is in the house.
For anyone that's unable to be at the auction but is able to watch online or watch on TV, you will see a great sense of excitement, a frisson of excitement if you like, when a particular car is gaining interest. There is an electrified sense of excitement as the first car crosses the block. Where are the bidders? Are they online? Are they in the auction room? Can the cameras find them? Do they want to be seen? The price jumps up and the price jumps up and the offers jump up. And then you'll start to see Frank MECUM and Dana MECUM start to try and work that deal between the seller and the buyer. And they're terrific. They're terrific at doing this. And it's a wonderful piece of theatre to see that unfold on the block. So to see all that unfold, even if you're seeing it unfold on TV and not in the auction room, it's a very, very exciting event.
Reserve!